Виу. Раз, два, три. Блять, она вообще работает? Пацаны. Пацаны. Где Генри? Позовите его. Сейчас брэдбульчик пролить. Как в тот раз. Я еще не уверен, что лагать не будет, на самом деле. Забыл VPN отключить. Хз, повлияет ли вообще. Блин, непривычно, пиздец. Хотя всего-то месяц прошел. Когда работать? В понедельник. Чё, не ожидал такого поворота? Ха! Я не начну, пока Генри не придет. Мы все его ждем. Как Деда Мороза. В мае месяце. Давайте все дружно звать Генри. Как там это? Ну, видимо, впарил, да. Правда, меня мало чего по нему спрашивали. Но что-то, видимо, понравится. Я после собеседования вообще такой, типа, ушел и такой, типа, бля, пизда, все. Нихуя не получится. А потом меня позвали. Сказали норм. Ну, а я чё? Я чё? Мне норм тоже. Чё, как обычно, виртуальные эти вызовы, блин. Потом про этот порядок байт. Потом... Чё еще было-то, бля? Про сложность сериализации, которая была в тестовом задании. Ну, в смысле, вот эта большая О. Что еще? Про матрицу он мне что-то пытался спросить. Но я так и не понял, что он от меня хотел, поэтому... Поэтому да. Спросил немножко еще тоже. Ну, короче, по математике все, что он спросил, это типа по матрицам пытался из меня что-то выудить, но он, по крайней мере, понял, что я понимаю, что это такое. Но он на вопрос не смог ответить, потому что я не понял, блядь, что он хочет от меня. И спросил просто, типа, в чем суть скалярного и векторного произведения. Все, блядь, это все, что было по математике. Мне теперь предстоит пройти трехмесячный, типа, этот... Как это называется-то, блядь? Срок испытательный. Вот. Как бы на нем не обосраться. Где Генри, блядь? Я его сейчас найду и выебу. Мы все его ждем. Бесплатно попилю. Ага, без опыта-то. Почему сидим без стримов? Я буду периодически запускать, конечно же. Не каждый день, но все-таки. Да даже если бы и без работы, все равно не каждый день не запускал бы. График, как обычно, типа 8 часов. Приходить можно там с 9 до 12. Чуть-чуть плавает. Ну, в прошлый раз у меня примерно так же и было. Вот, платят примерно столько же. Правда, мне про зарплату нельзя говорить. Но я пока ничего не подписывал. Но когда подпишу, нельзя будет. Ну, судя по ЗП, мне кажется, меня вообще на дно взяли. Ну, по уровню именно. Ну, хотя бы взяли, блин. Вот, и на позицию взяли, ну, собственно, плюсы. И прогать буду, типа, их внутренний движок, который у них давно существует. И вот это, блядь, заебись. То есть мне не придется ни на Unity писать, ни на Unreal, не какую-нибудь парашу, а с нормальными штуками. Чего пидорнули? Глицерин, я не понимаю, что ты написал. Да, говна, легаси всякого, но... Мне просто интересно, почему я туда попёрся вообще. Мне хочется знать, как делают реально в индустрии люди. Потому что я сижу, типа, сам по себе в изоляции что-то пилю. И как бы, ну это все по данным с инета, там, по статьям, по туториалам, по всяким еще прочему. Что-то из этого устарело, что-то из этого там не так уж распространено, как кажется, и так далее. И поэтому я подумал, что мне нужно, типа, в реальной ситуации, в реальной компании поработать и увидеть, как происходит это дерьмо. Типа, какие решения, когда принимаются и так далее. Чтобы пощупать это. Бля, глицерин, я вообще не понимаю, что ты несешь. Что такое овоющее? А, плавающее? А, бля, тебя этот чат мой зацензурил. И вот тоже, а шо там, запятая, мо, и оборвалось. Фичевское приложение матюги обрезает. Я забыл совсем про это дерьмо. Я так и не нашел, где это отключить, судя по всему, нельзя. Бля, где там Генри? Пойду позову его. О, можно отключить фильтр чата, рассказывай как. Ну или можешь не рассказывать. Чтобы поиздеваться надо мной. Потому что я последний раз, когда искал, я не нашел. Manage stream. Не вижу. Вообще не вижу. Вот бан матюки. Да мне кажется, это в приложении где-то отключается. Ну, точнее, отключалось бы. О, подожди. Так, это не то. Security и privacy? Может быть. Не-не-не. Заблокированные юзеры, Рафис. Все. Окей. Лицензии, блядь. Community guidelines. Ну, я не хочу их читать, мне поебать вообще. Да поебать. Рекомендаций нет. Аккаунт? Нет. Нет, я не вижу. Просто тупо нету. Как теперь к чату вернуться, мразь? Где я смотрю, где? В настройках приложения. На шестеренку нажимаешь, и там типа нихуя нет. Вот. 15 минут сраного лога. Ну мы Генри ждали. Здорово, короче, всем в чате в этом. Я так не поздоровался. Нет, не в настройках трансайта, в настройках приложения. Ну, похуй уже, забьем. Буду обрывки сообщений читать. Может, шагами ты сказал, что ты не придешь. А 33 мы ждать не будем. Я не помню, в брифингах нет уже ничего.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
А, нет, это будет. Это будет потом. Короче. Чё, пацаны? Мне нравится МГС-2. Я нормальный. Ну чё, погнали, погнали. Кепчук вейтинг. Хух.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West.
Окей.
This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War. Yeah, boy.
Охуенная, блядь, катсцена. Кстати, Генри, на тебе это перевод, если что, если ты не забыл. Подготовил Word? Пакистан.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high
Совок.
visibility.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask.
Генри, сигару потуши.
Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
Блин, я на самом деле забыл,
10
что
minutes to drop off.
Каджимба троллит в этой сцене.
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Открываю задний проход.
Sunrise.
Дали тайтл на лбу.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Как он должен попытаться не получить обморожение в полете? Что за фраза, блять?
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay?
Ручки тереть там или что?
Prepare for drop off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
Каджимба опять.
Jack, I've got some important news.
Со своими пупами.
The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission. Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well,
Я тоже сигару хочу теперь.
about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB-754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov. Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin into orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story. So why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the West. We used a mole to get the family out first and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba. And so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my side. Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear
Что бы это, блядь,
tests
могло
in
быть?
Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
Ну да, это не катсцена, это
According
брифинг.
to our intelligence, he's in Selino-Yask, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
На самом деле немного, мне кажется, странноватое место, чтобы в брифинг впихнуть. Ну, хз, конечно. Просто если бы он был в самом начале, не было бы тогда эффектного.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino-Yask in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west. If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon
вот это
to inflate
графон,
it. The
конечно.
process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talent?
She's equipped with 2
Ты
6-barrel
уверен, что знают
20mm
Генри?
Vulcan cannons, as well as 2 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong,
You'll be eating dinner, breakfast.
and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
Короче, все просто. Вытаскиваем Соколова, привязываем его к шарику, все, заебись. Никаких проблем. Да, яйца береги. Да-да, Генри, делай сноски, как в аниме. Футон. Неплохо. Джимбо все еще тралит. Умело. Бля, как играть-то? Это тупик. Замечательно. Обожаю эти кусты PS2. PS2 кусты. Они охуенные. Алло?
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
Oh, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten
Бля,
one
Генри, у
before,
меня
haven't
твои
you?
сообщения
Survival
затерлись.
training.
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. Oh, and Snake.
Yeah,
The crew isn't watching anymore. You can take off the disguise now.
good idea. This isn't right. Time for the snake to shed his skin.
Фух. Маску-то подбери. Пригодится еще.
Can you hear me, Major Tom? This is Snake. Kept you waiting, huh?
This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
Ну чё, пацаны, за рюкзаком? Там мой Nintendo Switch. Все, вижу. Action button это который у нас? Треугольник? Да. Easy. Да-да, бензин.
I see you've retrieved your
Здорово, Горка.
backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival
сегодня, Горка,
viewer,
особый день,
choose
поэтому
weapon from the backpack. Your
никуда мы
available
не
weapons will be
покатимся.
displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip
Передай
and
привет,
press the
Пристрей.
enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches zero, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too
Вот хорошая
trigger-happy with
механика
it.
с тем, что
The suppressor's durability is
глушитель
shown in the
ломается со
icon.
временем.
Any weapons and equipment beyond
Но
what you're carrying now,
я
you'll have
когда
to
играл,
find as you go.
мне вообще
I have
это не
to find
мешало.
my own
То есть
weapons and
я все равно
equipment.
спамил
Whose crazy idea was this
транквилайзеры.
anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let
скажу,
the
что это
enemy know
убийство.
you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a
Поехал
ghost,
посмотреть
Snake.
на
Every
русские
cent-
джунгли.
There'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So, how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She.
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
Boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me. Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top-secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top-secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You're a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's
Даже
supposed
если
to
мы
think.
тут с тобой
The
вдвоем.
only thing we can
Я и не
believe
против.
in
Здорово,
with
Сугинта!
absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is
Значит,
it?
вовремя.
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your code name is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit, a group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes,
It's good to hear your voice again.
Немного Сугинта пропустил.
same here.
Немного важных
After all,
моментов.
who knows if either of us will make it out
Я
alive.
думаю, ладно.
Snake, you were always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC. Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
commencing virtuous mission now.
Так, у меня вопрос. Большой вопрос. Все нормально. Не надо ничего запоминать.
That area is home to the reticulated python. The reticulated python is said to be the longest snake in the world. The biggest ones can grow up to 10 meters in length.
10 метров.
Although they're not poisonous, they're still very dangerous, so be careful around them. They have a highly ferocious temperament, and they can swallow whole, even large animals like deer and pigs. Their most distinguishing feature is the mesh pattern of their scales. This pattern acts as a highly effective natural camouflage. If you think there might be a reticulated python about, pay close attention to your surroundings. Otherwise, you could get bitten before you even know it's there. It's a huge snake, but you should be able to capture it alive by using the tranquilizer gun. I'll bet if you capture one and throw it at an enemy, it'll give him a good scare.
Right. But how do they taste?
Huh?
Do they taste good?
You're actually going to eat one.
Why else would I be asking?
Cannibal.
What was that?
Nothing. Let's see what the guide says. Ah, you're in luck. It says they taste pretty good.
Good. I can hardly wait.
Конечно же,
See you in a
сохранится.
game, Snake?
С этого надо начинать. Ням-ням-ням-ням. Yes. Ой, оно долго сохраняет.
Hey,
Ой! Я дам вам прочитать. Я случайно кнопарь сделал, простите. Подожди, какой это год? Генри. Была американская версия Годзиллы до 90-х? Что? Ну, парамедик говорит, что была. Я не знал. Блять, надо осторожно с кнопками. Один раз задеваешь, и все пропускается. Где мы вообще? Дремучий болот. Обожаю эти надписи. Вот, кстати, спиздит не заблокировали. Ой. Почему-то. Пчелки. А, это бабочки. Все нормально. Так, мне есть панику. Все, пацаны, мы в джунглях. Стелсим, выживаем. Надо вспомнить, как стрелять, кстати. Как вообще пользоваться всем этим. Тут радары все батарейки теперь тратят. Так что не поюзаешь. Квадрат, чтобы целиться. Изи. Фрог Б. О, ну сорян, Снейк. Я хотел узнать, каково она на вкус. Так, что у нас? Таблетка, сигара, бинокуляры, 2 радара и сенсор. Микрофон, пистолетик, ножик. Так, подожди. Я помню, когда первый раз я запустил, короче, такой пиздец был. Потому что, типа, обычно такие прямоугольные квадратные коридоры в МГСах, а сейчас кусты повсюду. С крокодилами, блядь. Я не помню, насколько они опасны вообще. Так, он уснул. Ой. Середнячок. Съедобно, по крайней мере. Так, теперь остальных как-то обойти надо, чтобы не доебались до меня. Они вроде медленные и тупые. О, пчелы. Сейчас отойдем. Похуй. Пчелам похуй, крокодилам похуй друг на друга. Просто берем мед. Или что там упало? Гнездо и оинтмент. Короче, для медицинских целей параш какая-то. Гнездо, наверное. Я не помню, как играть. Его можно сожрать? Хуя? Найс. Просто трачу всю еду с полной стаминой, мне похуй. Просто потому, что я могу. Дремучий север. Чего? Из бумаги? Ну-ка поподробнее. Осы бумагу как-то хуячат, что ли?
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Кстати, блин, я вот не пропалил, это же осиные гнезда. То есть
Snake,
там
your
даже меда
presence in
нет.
Soviet territory is
Что там
already a
вкусного?
violation of international law. You can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the
Подожди,
mission
Генри.
depends on how well you
Классовый
use your
скилл?
camouflage.
Ты что? Ты что,
Change
Тирзу
your
смотришь?
camouflage by selecting camouflage from the survival
блядь.
viewer. The uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by
Тирзу.
without being noticed.
Засмотрите на ютубе. Рекомендую.
You
Не
can
надо было
see
меня
how
поскидывать.
effective your camouflage is by looking at the camo index.
В чатик.
The camo index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
Так, блядь, что мне там рассказывали? Как переодеваться? Камуфляж. Лицо. Твоя маска. Плюс 5%. И плюс 30 за счет листиков. Есть, кстати, еще квадраты. Этакий Майнкрафт. Это тоже норм. Все, заминмаксил. А, бля, там же люди, я забыл про них. Может, не заметит? Я ж теперь травяной человек. В смысле? Что за ачивка? Меня не видно. Думаю, я мог бы отсюда его застрелить. Но не уверен, что стоит. Блять! Я забыл, как играть. Черт! Я хотел убрать пистолет, но я забыл, на что нажимать, типа. Так, где второй парень? Так. Можно на дерево забраться. Зачем-то. Сейчас разберемся, зачем. Окей. Так, подожди. Мне кажется, здесь должен ходить чувак. Может, он сюда зайдет, типа? Не мочить только всех. О, здорово, рандом. Здорово. Но теоретически я же его не замочил, я его транквилизировал, правильно? Все нормально. Ладно, похуй. Да, я понимаю, откуда у совета ноги растут. Он один же здесь? Нет, там справа кто-то еще. Ага. Эх. Да, это скоро очень начнется. Стелс со станкового пулемета. Очень скоро. Я по-другому же не умею. Ты чё, блядь? Как захватывать? Как захватывать, блядь? Черт! Нет, нет, нет. Где... Сука! Блядь! Я бегу. Ну-ка, может, сработает. Забирайся, забирайся. Черт! Нет! Нет, хватит! Смерть с воздуха! О, ништяк. Bullet full. Пацаны, здесь никого нет. Дерьмо. О! Видали, какой у меня хитбокс жирный? Зигзагами, зигзагами, их двое. Комбо! Давай, 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 дерево, дерево, дерево. Нет тут никого, иди на. Да твою мать! Вот так вот всю игру будет, если все, я предупредил. Да нет тут никого. Блядь, промазал. Все, изи. Все, пацаны, разобрались, нормально. Бля, я реально забыл, как их хватать, на самом деле. Ну, с ножом это надо делать? Нет. Нет, 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 нихуя. Ладно, попозже разберусь. Это пока все равно, типа, интро. Это такие туториал. Давайте вытащим с него что-нибудь. Оп. Смоки Г. Смоки G. Это рэпер в коробке. Г. Что, сработало? Нет? А? Так, окей, а что если я перезайду в локацию? Что-то хитрый план не прошел совсем, вообще никак. Я, наверное, поспешил. Не помню, респаунятся они или нет, но, по-моему, должны. Ну, эти, в смысле, гнезда. Хуй знает. Нет. Нихуя там не респаунится. Или... не видно ни хрена. Жирные пиксели, блядь. Да не, нету. Да-да-да, надо было подождать, пока он подойдет. Ну, уже похер. Все равно потом повторить можно. Спойлер. Надо прилечь. Чтоб 90% было. Вот странная ситуация, типа эти оба смотрят сюда, этот стоит прямо у них на... Где он? Где этот парень? До свидания. Блять, тихо. Да ты что творишь-то, блядь? А! Отдыхай. Рано. Бля, рано. Рано. Как подняться? Черт. И сейчас. Без понятия вообще. Нет, он не хочет сюда. Окей. Да шо ж вот такие внимательные? Блять. Я как обычно. Нет, никому ты не будешь звонить. Все отлично, капитан. Заебись. Эрмушумси. Так, а теперь как-то... Блять. Блять, блять, блять. Черт. Изи. А, точно, это оттуда надо делать. Да-да, Медин, я как раз сюда иду. Аккуратно. Это ж снайперка вроде, не? Я не помню. Или я зажался совсем. XIM 16E1. Первый person view и shoulder aim. Это, короче, этот автомат. Тактическое оружие. А, тут эквипать надо. Угу. Не знаю, нахуй эквипаю. По животным стрелять. О, по животным стрелять. Да ёб твою мать. Надо было по стенке ползти, но похуй. И секретики. Я вообще лучше уберу эту хуйню, на самом деле. Еще убью кого-нибудь случайно. Кстати. Не та кнопка. Сейчас оценим гриб. Окей. Грибы вообще опасно так жать, конечно, но, блядь, похуй. Надо насрать. Мы выживаем. Рассвет.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov.
Да,
from
бензин
here.
из геймпада, конечно, пиздец стрелять. В
Security is
МГСах,
pretty
типа,
tight.
привык уже к такой хуйне.
There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Я уже даже на ПК, когда играл во вторую, то юзал геймпад все равно. Потому что, блядь, они под геймпад все сделаны.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
Я хочу позвонить кому-нибудь. Оу, окей. Окей.
I see you've captured an Indian gavial. The Indian gavial is a crocodile that originally lived in freshwater regions in India
Надо будет
and
каждый раз
Nepal.
это сделать,
Why are
короче, после
Indian crocodiles
новой
way out
хуйни.
here?
They're captive crocodiles that were brought here for research purposes but escaped and became wild again. Indian gavials are large creatures. Adult males grow to over 6 meters in length. You'll never catch one alive, even if you use the tranquilizer gun.
I tried the meat. It was great.
Well, good for you. But be careful when capturing an Indian gavial. Normally they're cowardly creatures, but the ones in the forest there are belligerent. Apparently they attack humans.
What do you mean?
They weren't the direct subject of any serious research, but some think they may have become violent as a side effect of the atomic research that was conducted nearby.
Окей. Ну чё, Генри, попробуем проползти? Блять, попробовал. Умри. По траве трудно стрелять. Ну да, попытка была дерьмо. Согласен. Да, блядь. Ой. Сука, это не то, что я думал. Я думал, я ползу под пол. честно. Ну, заберись наверх. Да, как же сложно в нее играть. Жесть. Я скрылся. Нет, не скрылся. Бля, не вовремя. О! Хорош. Черт. Что я делаю? Я вот не помню, здесь по чекпоинтам работает или по сейвам. Я был бы не против сдохнуть на самом деле. Не, пока не, я не буду отвечать. Или отвечу. Не, уже поздно. Отвечу в следующий раз, потому что я сейчас умру. Это, короче, это забег на изучение. Ну я же не делал этого. Я не... Бля. Да точно забег на изучение. Нет! Чего он в горло режет сходу? Я же ничего не нажимаю. Я вообще не помню. Я на Вите играл просто первый раз. И там, по-моему, какое-то движение нужно было сделать, чтобы перерезать глотку. Так, окей. Не бойся, Генри, я все равно умру. Да чтоб тебя! Стой! Чё? Два ножа! Видел два ножа? Ладно, я думаю, пора умереть. Да, мочи меня. Хуя даже пнул. Так. Включаю тактический режим. Травы здесь типа нет, но 70% может быть сработает. Тихо, блядь. Камера, если что, автоматически включается в режим от первого лица, когда ползешь в траве. Это немного неудобно сделали. Ну, что поделать. Так. Униформа. Квадратики. И на 5. Получше, чем нихуя. Сейчас из-за угла кто-нибудь выйдет просто и все. Завалить его?
Footsteps.
Ползи, ползи, снег. Ну.
There's nobody here.
Фу. Так, мне как-то мимо него пройти теперь надо. Да трофлишь. Собака. Блэд.
Who's that?
Ну, начало было ничего. Блять. Бочка того стоит. Так, где мне спрятаться теперь? Че я делаю? Нахуя народу? Похуй. А, здесь я не спрячусь, конечно. Может быть, если... А, нет, не пролез. Не стреляйте! Ну, пролезай. Почему не пролезает? Блять. Окей. А чё он спит? Все, считать, можно считать в безопасности. Сюда они точно не залезут. Бля, я зря змею зарезал. Может, тут где-то еще одна есть? Ну, я думаю, крыса тоже сойдет. Что они там делают? О, есть еще одна. Это шик. Мне нужна живая. Что у нас тут? Тут разве парень не сидел? О, наконец-то музыка пошла, моя любимая. Нет ответа. Я хочу советов.
I see you've captured an Indian gate
А, мы
whale.
про это уже разговаривали.
I see you caught yourself a rat.
Крысы.
The rats in that area are the descendants of wild Norway rats that were domesticated by humans as pets and lab animals. They're not poisonous, and I don't think they'll attack you, but they're quick little creatures, so you might have a hard time catching one.
So how do they taste?
Snake?
What?
They're rats.
I know what they are. Do they taste okay?
The guide says they're not that bad.
Good enough for me.
Кстати, Генри, у нас сегодня глицерин первым выстрелом застрелился. Понимаешь, первым выстрелом, через месяц, в смысле.
The gauge below your life gauge is your stamina gauge. It shows, as the name suggests, your remaining stamina. As you consume stamina, your natural life regeneration is slowed, and your hands shake more. Your O2 gauge and grip gauge also become shorter. Excessively low stamina can often impede your mission objectives. Make sure you replenish stamina before that occurs.
Вам пока достаточно. Ща, я размышляю, что делать. Можно попытаться его типа вырубить. Ой. Ой-ой-ой. Ой-ой-ой-ой. Пизду. Поздравляю, Генри. Рип. Мне нужен доступ к окну. Обязательно. Я дурак. Ему похуй. Иди сюда. Ладно, сейчас все равно расслабится. Что такое, Генри? Шо, блядь?
HQ. This is HQ. Patrol here. Unable to locate the problem. Understood. Return to your position.
Всего, никаких проблем. Где он? Подожди. Чё? Бля, я дебил. Меня через забор запылили. Стелс. Пробую хоть это крысу сожрать, не знаю. Жаль, только в менюхе времени-то. А, нет, не хочу. Нельзя. Пока нельзя. Вон, мертвую змею можно. Снейк, блядь. Стелс-игры это не для меня, короче, пацаны. Генри, не помнишь, как заглушить челика? Оглушить, в смысле? Не зарезав при этом. Что я что-то не могу вспомнить.
HQ. This is HQ. Patrol here. We lost sight of the enemy. Commence alert formation.
Я теперь боюсь их хватать. Еще как-то можно, типа, допрос устроить, но, блядь, он их режет. Бля. Ну, нам, по идее, должны туториал еще будут дать по этой теме. Позже. Так что ничего страшного. Да, я не буду настройки смотреть, я туториала дождусь. Так, блядь, сейчас. Переодеваемся на ходу. Удачи, хех. А мне понадобится. Блять. Да вы рофлите. У меня глушак кончается. Я не смогу их завалить. Пиздарики. Так, ну они ушли вроде, да? Могу еще раз попробовать. Это был мой глушитель. На, показалось. Окей, я попал по нему. В итоге. Птичка. Сука. Так ее просто не поймаешь. Ладно, они уже не успеют подойти. Не должны. Это же то окно, да? Как это делается вообще?
HQ. This is HQ. Patrol here.
Бля, заново эквипать. Нож в ебак? Ну это типа убийство. Хуёво типа, не? А где крыса? Я же ее подобрал. А, она, блядь, она бегает теперь. Я дебил. Нет, вернись. Питон. Блядь. У меня глушителей нет больше. Ладно, он далеко не уползет. Что если мы бросим мертвую крису? Как вам такой расклад? Чего птица? Глицерин. Что с птицей? Окей. Вдруг у этого парня глушитель есть. Кстати, тело уберем лучше. По идее, это закуток теперь безопасности, наверное. Вдруг получится так, что они не услышат меня. Окей. Что дальше его уберем? Сейчас там эти трое патрулируют или двое. Что-то их пока не видно. Поэтому я совершу попытку. Давай, братишка. Что-то его не видно там. Ну да ладно. Думается мне, что за углом как раз парней будет до хрена. Hello. Почему я никого вообще не вижу? Ага. Тут пока не просунешься. Вот там можно проползти. Наверное, стоит подождать 15 секунд. На всякий. Ну чё, чат, как дела? Так. Ну ты глицерин. Работаешь. Совсем уже охуел. Со своей работой. Блять. Я вот, например, такую хуйню учудил вчера. Я, короче, попробовал спать в VR. Ну, в VR-чате. Часто просто, когда с пацанами там базаришь, эта тема всплывает. Почему-то, я не знаю, кому-то, блядь, первому в голову пришло, но я попробовал. Вот такое. Ну, примерно как с... сколько эта штука весит? 300 грамм, наверное, где-то. Хуй знает. С сундучком на лице спать. Просто какого-то прикольного особого эффекта я не заметил. Не было такого, что, знаешь, типа просыпаешься и не знаешь, где ты находишься тоже, потому что я проснулся с абсолютным знанием того, что я творю. Почему-то вот так вот получилось. Но было прикольно, потому что, блядь... Вот в каком-то смысле, да, было прикольно. Я еще проснулся, короче. Ну, я там выбрал себе местечко на диванчике, там разноцветные звезды, блядь, падают с неба. И просыпаюсь, короче, и рядом у меня у дивана стоит чашечка кофе, блядь. Пока спал, кто-то поставил ее. Вот это было забавно. Ну и поначалу, когда только-только пытался заснуть, там какой-то челик ворвался и чавкал просто в микрофон. Ну, не специально, именно такой... Он типа даже не знал, что он делает. Бля, это еще не главное. Я, естественно, не шевелился уже, потому что мне не хотелось как бы показывать, что я еще не заснул, потому что тогда бы я бы заснул еще позже. А мне уже спать хотелось. Вот, и я слышал, как он меня фотографирует, блядь. Вот это странно было. Там на самом деле такую хуйню часто делают. Ну, в смысле, спят. Если искать, то можно найти чуваков таких. Где второй парень? Я рискую. Блять. По-моему, у меня все идеально. Кого стреляют? Evasion. Для меня, на самом деле, в этой игре самый сложный, по-моему, момент, если я не ошибаюсь. Ну, он мне, по крайней мере, отпечатался сильнее всех в памяти. Это момент с подъемом на гору. Немного до вертолетов, по-моему. Ну и на вертолетах тоже. Там больше всего жопу рвало.
alert location. Acknowledge. The enemy is still nearby.
Блядь, камеры.
Pursue and engage him.
Непонятно, что происходит. Нормально. Документы жжет. Ну, когда идем до него, Генри, скажешь, потому что я не видел.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of GRU. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this
Надеюсь, Волгина в Чернобыле покажут. Вот это был бы охуенный поворот.
For another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem. Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
By the way, your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so? America is truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts?
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
I had to kill them. There was no other way. But no one will know we were involved.
В смысле? Я никого не убивал.
What about the
Вроде.
boss?
Генри,
We
кого
lost
убил?
contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
Бочкой чувака, по-моему, я оглушил вообще. Или, может, взрывом кого-то задело? Я помню, первый раз тоже играл и тоже вроде никого не убил, но Снейк сказал, что убил. Да, неважно. Ну, Снейк сказал просто, что по радио Йору, что пришлось этих убить сентриев. Ну, мне кажется, он, может быть, это каждый раз говорит. То есть независимо от того, как ты играл. Не уверен. А я не думаю, что мы 4 часа будем ебашить сегодня. Ты же не против? Я просто еще хочу в VR-чат погонять. И выспаться при этом. 2 часа 13. Ну еще немножко поиграем. Ну чуть-чуть.
Freeze!
So this is the legendary boss. Huh? We meet at last.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz.
Huh.
What's a GRU soldier doing here?
Soldier?
Время крутить Макаровы. Или что у него там?
He's the Ocelot commander.
That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the GRU.
Sokolov, take cover.
Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
GRU operatives!
What is that stance?
Бля, такое аниме на самом деле.
That gun.
Соколов там как спидвагон из-за угла что-то бубнит.
Then die.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
CQC.
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do. But testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Самое время позвонить. В чистом поле.
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you all right?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov, too. Apparently, they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgan's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
Самое время сохраниться.
Do you want to save? Snake, do you know the creature from the Black Lagoon?
Nope, never heard of it.
These scientists are investigating a place deep in the Amazon called the Black Lagoon, and they get picked off one after the other by this fishman thing. And there was this scene when the heroine is going for a swim, and the creature sneaks up on her from underwater. Oh, I thought my heart was going to stop. I mean, of course, the 3D effects in It Came from Outer Space were a lot more intense, but...
It wouldn't be referring to you coming from outer space, would it?
How rude! Why do you say that?
Because no one on Earth could be as charming as you.
Fine. I'll just get to the point, Snake. Be careful of what's around you when you're in the water. Just imagining you swimming in those jungle rivers makes me think of you being attacked by a fishman.
I appreciate the concern.
Fishmen aren't the only things that'll attack you in the water. Really be careful out there.
Okay.
And don't be attacking any pretty girls going for a swim, either.
Are you calling me a fishman?
You started it.
Так, сохранились. Теперь... избавим Solid Snake от проблем в будущем.
Snake, what have you done? You changed the future. You've created a time paradox.
Вот это классная фича. Была и сейчас. Причем знали же, что любому долбоебу, который сюда зайдет, сразу это в голову придет. Вот просто сразу. И вместо того, чтобы его просто сделать неуязвимым или убирать, добавили маленькую деталь. Вот это пиздато, я считаю. Вот заебись. Вот это кайф.
You okay? Those men were from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes. The best crew has to offer. They're coming for me. I'm finished!
Calm down. I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask for.
Uh-oh.
Look.
That's what they were making you build?
Yes. The Shagohod. The dreading behemoth. A tank capable of launching nuclear IRBM.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain?
Oh, yes. And without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo. Is that thing finished?
No. This is only the end of Phase 1. It won't be truly finished until we complete Phase 2.
Phase 2?
The weapon's true form. If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War?
Yes. And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
A world war?
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. I wanted to see my wife and child again in America. Please, take me to America, quickly. They cannot complete it without my help.
Got it. Let's go. Boss?
Good work, Jack.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
Hornets.
Даже вертолет круче стелсит, чем я. Это пиздец.
My friends.
Я на самом деле Генри не уверен.
I have waited long for this.
Ну посмотрим, я попытаюсь все-таки что-то поделать.
We will fight with
Может и
you
получится.
once more.
Я видел видосы как-то задротов 3 МГС. Там пиздец вообще.
Boss.
Они просто уже на интуитивном уровне понимают ренджи там, где их видно, где нет и так далее.
It's raining blood. Is he crying?
Вия, Волгин.
Kuwabara, Kuwabara. Ah, what a joyful scene.
Colonel Vogan.
Welcome to my country. And to my unit.
Boss, what is this?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. Sokolov is a little gift from my new hosts.
Recoilless nuclear warheads. These will make a fine gift for me.
This can't be happening.
Who is he? Another one of your disciples? Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
Think you can pull the trigger?
Помню, 33 какое-то говно ставил, там чисто Волгина спиздили. Это был русский фильм. Не помню, как называется.
He's seen my face.
А то, что от него осталось.
We can't let him live. If Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished.
Ну там, где чувак из пальца ссал еще. Вроде.
He must die.
Wait. He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him. Jack, you can't come with us.
The new blood has been rejected.
Are we done here?
Now, onto Sokolov's research facility.
Shagohod is ours.
Drift away. My place is with them now.
Snake, can you hear me?
Yeah. Just barely.
Snake, listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can you move? You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it. Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
Major. The boss. She's defected.
We'll talk about that
Да, мы
later.
все
First,
так
we've got to get you
просыпаемся.
patched up.
Okay, here we go. First, open the survival viewer with the start button. If you select cure, you can start the treatment. Healing is divided into treatment using medicine with the item window button and surgical treatment using the weapon window button. Your injuries include a fractured left elbow and rib bone, and lacerations on your upper arms, right elbow, and abdomen. They need to be fixed using surgical treatment. Move the healing cursor with the left stick to the affected part of your body. Once you've selected the affected area, hold the weapon window button and use the left stick to select the medical item, and then press the enter button. With this method, you can use items to help your recovery process. To treat a bone fracture, first secure the affected area with a fastener and then wrap it in bandages. That should do it. For lacerations, you'll need disinfectant to clean the wound, sutures to stitch it up, styptic to slow the flow of blood, and bandages to wrap the wound. If you do everything I mentioned, the wound should heal completely. Understood?
Yeah.
Stay with me. Go into the survival viewer and treat those wounds.
Так, окей, я прослушал все. Порез. Сломанная кость. Еще одна кость. Порез. Займемся сломанными костями. Стоп, чё? О, так, теперь. Кайф. Что, ребро сломано или что? Боже. Что-то не добавил. Дезинфект, бля. Прижечь можно еще, кстати. Потом Хз, какой порядок правильно? Я не помню. Ну, вообще не важно, на самом деле. Че, похуй. То есть зашил рану, короче, после бинтов. Ой, не то. Промазал. Я вообще не представляю, каково это кость сломать. Ни разу не ломал. По крайней мере, в сознательном возрасте. И не планирую. Более того, он еще и так, ну, кость вправляет. Не факт ведь, что правильно вправит. Тоже такая опасность есть. Это тоже стрёмная мысль. То есть, если даже ты все вроде как правильно пытаешься сделать, то можешь обосраться и там еще срастется через жопу все. Блин, я вообще забыл, что шагоход так рано показывают. Опытный танк. Нет, не видел. На вертолете 33 было? Пропустил. О, вижу. Это тот самый вертолет, в котором Волгин летит, причем. Нихуя себе, нихуя.
Excellent.
33 взрывает нашу стрим-комьюнити. Прямая трансляция.
I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
Кия, Татьяна.
What are we going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
О, Заяц, здорово. Блин, Заяц, ты поздно сегодня, мы уже сворачиваемся. Пораньше приходи. Если можешь, конечно.
Not so fast, my dear.
О, блин, вообще, что-то... У нас сегодня глицерин первым выстрелом застрелился, я первым выстрелом застрелился и Заяц.
UKGB.
We may be able to use her.
Мне кажется, это знак.
She has spunk.
Shall we take her back to the base?
Perhaps we should. We have no further use for Sokolov's research facility. I think it's time I gave this marvelous new toy a try.
Colonel, even if they are our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Remember the Alamo.
Colonel!
А им норм вообще так рядом находиться? Как вообще Биг Босс дожил до своего возраста тогда? Объясните мне эту хуйню. Спасибо, Заяц. Спасибо, Генри. Да, давайте сохранимся. Yes. Ну, будем считать, что боссу повезло. Биг Боссу.
Yeah!
What a thrill, with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill.
Shh.
I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Someday you go through the rain, and someday you'll feed on a tree frog. It's ordeal, the trial to survive. For the day we see new light, I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. I'm still in a dream, snake eater.
Кайф. идеальный момент, чтобы закончить на сегодня. Бля, я не вижу твое сообщение, Генри. Да, мы, Заяц, прошли вступление, пролог. Ну, сейчас еще катсценку посмотрим. Я надеюсь, ну, сейв был и до интро, поэтому я надеюсь, что когда мы завтра загрузимся, точнее, в следующий раз, то еще раз посмотрим интро.
Snake, we can't risk a halo jump this time around. Airspace security has gotten tighter since we were last here. We can't get as close to the ground as we did during the Virtuous mission. So instead, we'll be using one of our newest weapons. Snake, you're being...
Я пока не знаю, Генри. Просто завтра воскресенье, а в понедельник мне первый день на работу. И я вот пока не уверен, стоит ли вечером стримить. Не знаю пока. Не знаю. Может быть, будет, но... Лучше, наверное, рассчитывать на что-нибудь. Посмотрим. Я думаю, что в понедельник соображу что-нибудь. Как минимум. Ну, по крайней мере, я сейчас так думаю. Мало ли что изменится еще.
Let's just say neither one of us is going to be made a national hero out of this.
Does this mean Fox is going to die?
No. This Fox is still one step ahead of the Hounds. The reason I came to see you today, Jack, it's time for Fox to clear its name.
What are you talking about?
The situation has changed. We've still got a chance to come out of this one alive.
Yeah, what kind of chance?
Don't get too excited. Here, have a cigar. It's Cuban. This morning, I had a meeting with the CIA.
They decided when they're going to execute us?
No. Something even bigger. Yesterday, the White House received an unexpected call.
President Johnson? Yes, I hear you, Mr. Chairman.
Потому что я никогда сигары не курил, но хочется.
It was a hotline call from Khrushchev to President Johnson.
From the head of the Soviet Union?
That's right.
A few days ago, one of our country's main design bureaus, OKB-754, was destroyed in a nuclear explosion. At about the same time, our anti-aircraft radar picked up a signature that appeared to come from one of your military aircraft. Does any of this sound familiar to you? In retaliation, I have placed our armed forces on secondary alert. Depending on your response, I may be left with no choice but to order the military to maximum alert and unleash Armageddon. With the help of your predecessor, I was able to survive the Cuban incident. But my power is not.
Да, я свои ближайшие ЗП распланировал, блин, уже. Ну, примерно. Как минимум, я хочу себе этот Valve Index купить. Ну, или хотя бы контроллер от него. Все как обычно, блядь. Начинаешь зарабатывать, деньги все сразу сливаешь на всякую хуйню. Но.
So you haven't heard then. The man who arranged the defection was a GRU colonel by the name of Yevgeny Borosovich Volgin.
Volgin? Of the Brezhnev faction. Go on. Who is the soldier?
Her name is the Boss. She's a living legend. During World War II, she was the one who led us to victory in that war. In Russia, you know her as Voyevoda.
You mean the Boss? The mother of your special forces?
Yes, that's the one. And she took 2 miniature nuclear shells along with her.
The Boss took 2 miniature nuclear shells?
I'm afraid so. I believe they were a gift for her new hosts. The Davy Crockett Atomic Battle Group delivery system was completed 2 years ago. But serious problems were found with the launcher's range and precision. Although they were mass-produced, they've never been deployed in battle.
But Sokolov's research facility was completely wiped out. The whole area is polluted.
I can only offer you my deepest condolences over this terrible tragedy.
So, the boss, with Colonel Volgin's help, stole 2 experimental nuclear shells and took them with her as gift when she defected. Then, shortly thereafter, Sokolov's design lab, a top-secret military research facility, was destroyed by one of these weapons. Am I right so far?
Yes, that's correct.
And the American government denies any involvement in the affair. Is that right as well?
That's correct. We were not involved in any way.
Then what was a U.S. military aircraft doing on our radar screen? It was clearly in violation of our airspace. And yet you say it was not acting under your orders.
That's correct.
You expect me to believe that this was all the work of a single soldier?
I don't know what...
The Army insists that this is all a ploy on your part.
I've said it once, and I'll say it again. Our government had nothing to do with it.
And I would like dearly to believe you. However, I'm afraid my power over the military has weakened since the Cuban incident. I will need some kind of proof that this was not the action of the American government. You have 1 week. You must catch the boss yourselves and recover the remaining nuclear device. Then, you must find some way to prove your innocence.
Prove our innocence?
Yes, preferably something painful. Prove to me that this is not merely another one of your tricks.
The boss should be close to Colonel Volgin. How about a little co-action?
I would not expect too much if I were you. The political situation here is unstable. And Colonel Volgin is a member of the Brezhnev faction, which seeks to topple my government. 1 week. You have only 1 week. And if it is not too much to ask, do something about Volgin as well.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It means nothing. Call it a modest gentleman's agreement to ensure our continued relationship.
What if we can't prove our innocence?
Then I will be unable to restrain the military. I will be ousted, and they will seek their revenge.
A nuclear attack on the United States?
I leave the disposal of this situation entirely to your discretion, Mr. President.
Disposal?
If you fail, it will mean the beginning of a new world war.
To put it simply, in order to avoid a full-scale nuclear conflict, we have to prove that America was not involved in that explosion.
And eliminating the boss ourselves will prove
Rip Zayt.
America's innocence?
Right. The higher-ups have decided that you're the only one capable of pulling this off. You were her last apprentice. Screw this one up, and we'll both be 6 feet under. There's no choice.
Are the Russians going to be
Потому
helping
что
us?
ты, Генри, еще нужен.
The KGB has promised to lend us one of their communications satellites so that you and I can talk to each other.
That's it?
They've also put us in touch with a couple of insiders.
Правда, Заяц тоже нужен. Так что как-то не
There was a
сходится.
defection in September 1960. You remember it?
You mean the 2 NSA codebreakers who went over to the Soviet Union?
Precisely. Since then, they've apparently been training with the KGB for exactly this kind of situation. Their code names are Adam and Eva. I've been told that Adam has infiltrated Volgin's ranks. We've also arranged for him to provide you with an escape route. You'll need to rendezvous with him when you get there.
Это, конечно, супер незаметная инфильтрация.
Control. Unidentified aircraft detected. Altitude 30,000 feet.
Там опять 33 было?
Estimated airspeed exceeding Mach 3.
Я опять пропустил.
Bearing south. I'm about to lose it.
На самолете, да? Охуенный джипек. Сейчас еще по кодеку немножко, по радио поболтаем.
This is Snake. Do you read me?
Но сохраняться я не буду, чтобы с интро потом начать.
I got blown pretty far off target.
Snake, let's go over your mission objectives one more time. Rescue Sokolov. Find out what's happened to the Shagohod, then destroy it. And finally, eliminate the boss.
Eliminate the boss.
This mission will be codenamed Operation Snake Eater.
Because I'll be taking on the boss in our Cobra unit, right?
Don't forget about Colonel Volgin.
I'm not a hired killer.
I know, but that was the Kremlin's demand.
Demand? You mean it wasn't just a request? What's it to us if the Khrushchev regime is threatened by the Colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps us avoid a nuclear exchange, then that's what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's demands?
Our priorities are the rescue of Sokolov and the destruction of the Shagohod.
Roger that, Major Tom.
Hold on, Snake.
What now?
I'm changing my codename. It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice.
What do you mean?
Well, the truth is, when I chose my codename, I picked the wrong one.
The wrong one?
Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape? It came out last year.
Oh, must have missed that one.
Anyway, it's based on a true story about prisoners who escaped from a POW camp in Nazi Germany. The prisoners dig 3 tunnels as part of their plan, but the Nazis find 2 of the tunnels before they're finished. The prisoners succeed in escaping by using the last remaining tunnel. The names of those 3 tunnels were Dick, Harry, and Tom.
I get it. You used the name of the tunnel they escaped in as your code name because you thought it would bring you good luck.
Yes, that's exactly right. At least, that was the plan.
But
I got the name wrong. The one they escaped in was Harry. Tom was one of the unlucky tunnels. It was discovered by the Nazis before it was finished. I watched the movie again just to make sure. In fact, I even ordered the actual film from the movie company.
yeah, it doesn't sound like the greatest name to use. So what should I call you?
You know, let's just use Zero, like we've been doing all along.
All right, then. Major Zero it is. We'll start over from square one.
From square zero. My frequency is 140.85. Oh, I almost forgot. Paramedic is with us again on this mission.
Is this her last chance, too?
If we fail, she'll have her medical license revoked. It's more or less the same kind of fate. Her frequency is the same as during the Virtuous mission, 145.73. She'll be recording your mission data as well, just like the last time. That frequency is also the same, 140.96. And there's one more person on your support team. His name is Mr. Sigint. He's an expert on the latest in weapons and equipment technology. You'll be going up against some of the world's most advanced weaponry when you infiltrate the research facility. If you have any questions, just ask him. His frequency is 148.41.
Mr. Sigint. Got it.
Adam, your KGB contact, is waiting for you at the abandoned factory up ahead.
The same factory Sokolov was being held in last week.
Yes, meet up with Adam first. He's cleared the way for you to rescue Sokolov.
How will I know this Adam guy when I see him?
You'll know once you reach the factory. The whole area's been polluted by the fallout from that nuclear blast. No one else would dare come close. The password is, who are the Patriots? And Lali Lulelo.
Lali Lulelo.
Sure.
You've been equipped with a 45 for this mission. Be careful, it's noisy.
I thought standard Fox procedure was procure on-site weapons acquisition.
The circumstances are different this time. You're now on an official mission for the United States government. It would be necessary to make your presence known to a certain extent. To the Khrushchev regime, at the very least. But remember, this is still a sneaking mission. Snake, if you fail this mission, it will mean an all-out nuclear war. Keep that in mind and proceed with extreme caution.
Understood. Commencing Operation Snake Eater.
Вот теперь... Там еще не заснули? Пацаны. Сохраняться не буду. Я уже сказал. Говорил об этом. Вот что мне не нравится на самом деле, что они реюзуют ту же самую карту второй раз. В начале игры. Но это как-то... Можно скидку дать, конечно. Эпоха не та была. Ладно, все, надо сворачиваться. Тут могу вечно бегать. Эх. Так что это. Всем, кто собирается спать, спокойной ночи. И до следующего. Там, либо завтра, либо послезавтра. Но точно на этой неделе. Окей? Спасибо за чат. Ой.